Let us see. Okay. Yeah, seems like the stream is live. Let me just, as usual, start the social stream app, and hopefully it will get started in one quickly today. Yeah, seems like it's working. I just need to set up the audio alert for it. And I also need to reopen the Kick chat so it actually shows up. Nice. Seems like things are going along just fine for now. Uh, I won't be spending too much time on the stream in the evening. I'll try to finish off the lecture that I started in the morning, just so I can get. If the international relations portion is over, then life is a bit easier for me. Yeah, let me close both of these and go to the vision site. Let me minimize this. Yeah, unfortunately, there is no alert for this chat, so it's just that is something I'll just have to pay attention to manually. It would be life would be a lot easier if I had. Um, if I could merge these three streams, life would be a lot easier. That's what I was trying to say. But meanwhile, I'll just continue with what I was studying. I think I studied very little of the class, only half an hour or so. So I would like to finish that off if it's possible. It's only 1.5 hours left. Oh, give me a sec. I'm just trying to arrange these things together quickly. 19, 20, 21. Okay, I just need one more round of printing, then I should be fine. Yeah, meanwhile, I'll just put on the. What I do? Yeah, I was trying to get the PT365 on the screen just for people to, if someone shows up, they should understand which subject I'm doing at the moment. Rianu Throwaway. I'm currently just UPSC and state service exam, that is MPSC. What's up? I do remember your username, but I don't remember what you talked about earlier. Was that all you wanted to ask, Rianu Throwaway? You just asked the question. I don't even know if you got the answer or not. Friendly Tank Cannon. Hello, you do seem friendly. What's up? Study is going fine. It can always go faster, but at least it's going. What's up with you? What are you doing on Twitch? Nice. If you're just looking around, then the smaller streams are always better than the just big ones. Because big ones are very, very busy. You don't get any conversation, nothing. Yeah, because people can give individual attention to all the viewers. In some streams, the chat is so fast that you can barely keep up with it. As you can see, I just stream myself studying, and that's it. It just helps me stay consistent. Oh wow, that's a very big message in the chat. A valuable streamer. I'm guessing this is an automated message. Yeah, I'm going to ignore that. Yeah, yeah, you enjoy your browsing on Twitch. Thank you for the wishes. You can stop by anytime. I'll be here studying. Yeah, see ya. And thank you for the follow. Friendly Tank Cannon. Yeah, I have to turn on the light now. Will induce some flicker in the camera, but that is something I have to do because it's difficult to read this level of light. Is that too loud? I hope it wasn't. There are a lot of people who are sending these messages, these automated messages, trying to get me to contact them on Discord. Right now, I have done most of the international relations portion, and now it's time to do, I guess, security uh, portion. I'm not quite sure why Big Cat Alliance is part of security, but I guess it's fine. We are trying to secure our big cats, so probably it's a part of. So the topics are, I guess, why am I guessing? I can just read what the topics are. I will not guess. I will read. Space tourism. Okay. Space tourism, Van Allen radiation belt, proven aspect. These are science and tech topics. Unfortunately, I have mixed up two notes. Yeah, okay. That makes some sense. Okay. So topics are, you can hear a baby crying in the background. That's my little nephew, the littlest one. He's unhappy because people are not letting him call random people on the phone. Kids these days with their baby, even babies need cell phones today. He doesn't even understand. He can't even talk. He can barely. I think he can't even walk yet, but he likes pressing the button on those phones. Buttons on those phones. He knows he likes the red button, so anytime he would call and just cut off, just cut the call, disconnect the call, which is probably the proper term. Ah, nice. Good thing it's not late night for you there. I usually avoid coffee before sleeping. I really can't fall asleep if I drink coffee. Hmm. Yeah, apparently a lot of people prefer having coffee in the morning. From what I remember, your grandma did live very close by, right? Several people stopped by today, actually. It's a surprise. I did get one bot on Kick, but other than that, mostly just people. I was just saying several people showed up today. That's a surprise. Usually it's just bots. Yeah, he just stopped by, said hello, followed, and left. What kind of coffee do you drink? Like black or there are several types, I know that. Cappuccino, mochaccino, espresso. So many types. Ice cap. That's I have not had that before. You're talking about lines to an Indian. 7 cars is like very small line for me. I don't think you're aware of the how big lines get in India. Probably not at a coffee shop, but generally. Yeah, I think it has gotten better since internet banking and such. It always used to be like this if you went to any bank or anywhere. The yoga class was quite interesting, by the way. You do feel very relaxed. I didn't quite expect that. You're saying just doing these poses makes your mind relaxed. That was not quite what I was expecting. Haji Sakamoto, hello. Somehow you show up around the same time Agoni's does. What's up? We were discussing coffee and then yoga. I'm guessing you're too young to need either of those yet. Yes. I'm fine. Just about to complete the international relations portion. There is an update, but other than that, I'm fine. My family, that is sister and nephews, are visiting today, so in a good mood. Yeah, but they are going to disturb me quite a bit currently. Just hold on. Yeah, it wasn't my nephew, it was my sister. The little one, I have two nephews. He has been learning how to turn a key in a drawer. He has been trying to open it since the last half an hour. Super cute how dedicated they are. Any otaku, welcome back. I think he showed up in the morning as well. What's up? There are more than three people today. It's very strange. Yeah, you were telling me about lots of manga that you have read. Oh my. I have heard three is a crowd. Now we have more than a crowd. Yeah, a bot is there as well. I think there comes a point where you have to start counting bots just to get in good graces with our future rulers. Yeah, have you ever intentionally harmed another being, another human being that is? Then if not, then you might actually be a bot. I have no idea how to do that. I'll look that up in the evening today. That is after the stream maybe. Sounds like a good idea. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Mary Smith. I did talk to them over Discord today. Just message them. They tried calling me, but I didn't pick up. It doesn't seem like they're actually a bot. Investigation continues, but so far they seem to be human. Unfortunately, that's the case. We're hoping we can change that somehow, but let's see. Yes, there are several Indians here. I can talk a little bit about Operation Kashmir. I think most of them are, yeah. Yeah, the bot was the only thing missing. We have a live bot as well now. Unfortunately, it cannot fight Agoni's more powers yet, but it will learn that in the future. But yeah, I can talk a little bit about Kargil War. That's the topic. I think all three of the Indians are younger than the war. Yeah, I think definitely all three. Just it wasn't much of a war. Basically, we have a territory that is called Kargil. In 1999, Pakistan suddenly came in and occupied the whole territory, and we didn't even have an idea. Something like that is happening. So the local shepherds came in and warned the army that this is what Pakistan is doing. You should pay attention to it. So we went there and drove them out. That's the whole war. It's not much of a war, basically. They came in, decided one area was theirs. We reclaimed it, and that's that. Oh, okay, nice. So you at least know it, even if it's older than you. He probably has some interesting stories about it. The only major war we have been part of two major wars, one against China, which we lost, and one against Pakistan, which we won. Yes, we have. I can actually show you the territory that we have lost. One sec. Basically, the whole thing that is shown on map is Kashmir, the Kashmir territory, and is a better map. No, this is the better map. So this yellow portion is the only one that is in our control now. This territory we lost because the first war with Pakistan, they came in. We were actually driving them back, but our Prime Minister, that is Nehru, thought it would be a good idea to go to United Nations and get the dispute resolved through a court. But nobody supported us there because at the time India did not have any friends. So they just decided a ceasefire would be the right thing to do, and the whole territory just remained with Pakistan. But it didn't just remain with Pakistan. Pakistan took this dark green portion and just gave it away to China for just to build infrastructure over there. So now this is owned by China, this dark green portion. The red portion was owned by China, taken over by China in the 1962 war. So Indian version of Kashmir only remains this much. Well, we might try it, but it would start a very big war. So not so much. And nowadays there is even a bigger problem because China's Belt and Road Initiative that I showed you in the morning, right? Yeah, as I was saying, LAC is line of actual control. There is one line of control and there is one line of actual control. That is, Chinese line is called as line of actual control. But yeah, I was talking about trying to get it back is difficult, especially now because China's roadways have passed all through this region. So they would not be happy if we tried to take it back somehow. It has been nearly over, it has been decades since the land was taken. So it's still frozen as it was. Yeah, I was just looking at this cappuccino and difference in different kinds of coffee. I always forget that. I might have accidentally closed the class I was watching. Yeah, I did. But yeah, our track record with the wars have been reasonable. But Lucky Bhaskar, no, I have not watched. I don't watch a lot of Bollywood movies. At least not any of the recent ones. I had to watch Bhul Bhulaiya 3 just because some people that group I'm part of was watching it out of boredom. But other than that, no. I see. Again, just looking at these movies, it's not a good idea to watch it as a student because they are going to twist the details quite a bit. Harsha Mehta scam, I'm assuming you meant Harshad Mehta scam. Or is that some other one? The first part, that is prelims, is on 26th May. The second is in September or November, and the third would be in March. It's a pretty long term thing. Yeah, obviously. There are three stages in total. So if you clear through each stage, you get access to the next one. And if you clear all three, then you get the post. I think every state does because the major states at least do. It would make sense for each state to have one, right? MP has one, UP has one, Bihar definitely has one, Maharashtra has it, Himachal has it. Yeah, so most states should have their own PSC exam. Some states might have a joint public service commission, but other than that, most of them should have one. I hope you can't hear the baby crying in the background. He has been. Yeah, they definitely do ask about current affairs. There are several questions, 15, 20 questions that come from current affairs. But generally, they go for some kind of conceptual linkage with current affairs, so it becomes very tricky. You have to know both the background and the concept, and then the current developments. I did. I, I said he might have some very interesting stories about the war, although it's not considered a big war, at least. Nice. Say hello to grandma, although she would be very surprised that an internet stranger is saying hello. Maybe she'd tell you to be careful. It happens to me every time I'm talking to someone online. People in the family are always like, yeah, be careful. There are a lot of scammers online. For me, that brings back a lot of memories because we actually had a dog. We didn't keep it leashed at all, except when somebody was going to arrive. And then every time we even looked at the leash, he would just run away very quickly because he really didn't like a leash. That was because we lived in a government colony where it was a lot more free in terms of rules and such. You didn't have to worry about anyone complaining or anything like that. I hope you caught him there. From what I have heard, US is pretty strict about all these incidents, like dogs getting away and such. You can get in trouble as well, right? Yeah, probably try luring it with some biscuit or something. And any otaku? No, I'm an engineer from BITS Pilani. All of my education has been in science and technology, electronics, science and tech. But now I'm doing humanities because the exam requires humanities. Yeah, just somebody's at the door. I have to get it. Give me 1 minute or so. I forgot to turn on the microphone. No, I don't know him in real life, if that's what you mean. He became a moderator because he seems like a good person so far. Yeah, exactly. He shows up, we talk a lot. He asks to be a moderator, so he's a moderator. That's it. And he has less tolerance for bots than I do. I don't know who. I think you were the one who was. How many years does it take for getting another countries? Depends on which country you're looking for. If it's something like US, you may not even get it in your lifetime. But something like Nepal or such, you can get it very quickly. Even in India, it's like 5 year to 12 years, depending on where you are and such. Yeah, USA is going to be a little bit more strict on immigration now, right? Like, are you talking about the minister or somebody else? Yeah, I have heard of him, but I don't know him much. The, the PM? PM is Modi. MP, okay. Yeah, I do know. Yeah, I thought I missed something very major that suddenly he became the prime minister. Yeah, what about him? Why would you suddenly ask about him? Yeah, I think he was an actor at some point. He also has some songs or something. And currently, something to do with tourism or energy. Oh, okay. I thought there was some controversy or something you wanted to talk about. You know, southern people really take their actors very seriously compared to anyone in the north. No, no, I didn't. Oh, okay. Translated Indian English into American English. One of the things I did notice is the Google's Gemini assistant has a little bit of an Indian accent when you try to talk to it. That really makes me want a personal assistant that speaks in that posh British accent, like Jeeves or something like that. The posh butler accent. You do you get what I'm talking about? Just imagine this: you have an AI assistant that sounds like Alfred for Batman. He explains phone to Bill Gates? No, no, I haven't seen. I don't watch a lot of these viral clips, unfortunately. I did watch the video where Magnus Carlsen checkmated Bill Gates in 15 seconds, if that counts. Okay. You would expect Bill Gates to know that, right? There should be much more context to the whole scene. You were talking about vetoes when you showed up earlier in the morning, right? Yeah, look at this. They created a draft resolution to create weapon-free outer space, that is, no nuclear weapons in space, and Russia vetoed the bill. They invented a quantum chip with 1 million bits and new state of matter. Oh, what new state of matter? Yeah, seems a bit confusing. What? That doesn't even make sense. No, I mean, they might be doing something outstanding, but just on a basic physics level, that doesn't make sense to me because light is made up of photons. You can't really turn that into liquid. Maybe something is getting lost in translation there. Lost in translation. Liquid light does seem like a very cool thing to have if it ever happens in the future. Imagine you just have glowing light in your hands. That does sound like something you would find in Harry Potter or one of the fantasy worlds. No, that's the part I'm not getting at all because light behaves like a solid and liquid because light is not a hadronic thing. Yeah, solids and liquids are hadronic, while I believe photons are non-hadronic. So it really doesn't make sense to me. You can say it behaves both like a particle and wave. That I can understand. I see. I should look that up, but it's probably very advanced physics and hard for people without physics degrees to comprehend. Think of it. It's probably very. The physics discoveries are generally the hardest to understand, as if what's exactly going on there. What? Where light behaves like a liquid, especially specifically a super solid. The super solid state of light combines the properties of both solid and fluid. Okay, exhibiting a crystalline structure. Yeah, it's not making any sense to me at all. Yeah, I get what you mean there, but there are some parts of quantum physics that you can understand a little bit, right? But this doesn't fall even into quantum physics. Can't really make sense of how it feels like. Hmm. Yep, we do have real life Iron Man now. Just looking at the things Elon Musk and such are doing with their Neuralink, we are getting very, very close to the things people can do in comics. Though that scares me quite a bit, just adding something to your brain and using it. What if there is a virus or something? Yeah, I really want to watch Iron Man 1 again sometime. A lot of the earlier MCU was very fun, but maybe because that's when we are a lot younger. I actually remember getting very much excited about just Avengers for the first time when it was in the theaters, because back then comic book movies were not well accepted. It's going to be susceptible to all kinds of hacking. See, the basic idea behind Musk's chip is you can use your brain to read information or send signals to the device. So obviously the opposite is going to be true at some point, that this device will be able to send signals to your brain. It will be able to change information in your brain. So it's literally mind control. Not literally mind control, but over a period of time it will become very close to mind control. In the Matrix, there is a scene where Neo just downloads Kung Fu. Something like that is going to be true sometime. Hopefully, there is a point where I can just download all these current affairs updates in my brain. Yeah, by the way, Agonis Vrath, we were talking about aliens earlier, right? Apparently, there is a scientist in India who discovered some signs of life. Uh, let's just say 100 light years away or so. Let me just show you. Dimethyl sulfide, which are like remnants of living organisms like algae. So we are getting closer and closer to. Why would I like that? Don't know why. Yeah, anyway, um, we are getting closer and closer to actual aliens life. No, no, not microorganisms directly. He found out something that microorganisms usually produce, like a gas. So I think in our lifetimes we could definitely see some kind of alien stuff. We are getting closer to living in a science fiction from every direction, you know. Anyway, I should go and have dinner now. It is time. Things are a little late because, wow, okay. There are a lot of bots on automated messages on Kick as well. Uh, I was planning on ending it right now, but if there is something to be done, I can wait. If you want to watch a video or something, we can do that. I see, I don't know if you heard the knock, but they are calling me to have dinner together. Yeah, usually I don't stay. I'm actually making sure not to stay up late. End the stream early, do something else, then you can sleep peacefully at night. So, are you just visiting your grandma or are you doing anything specific this time? And more importantly, do you have anything to eat with you? Last time you got hungry and just ate chips, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it seems people are really waiting for me. Go get there quickly. Okay, you can get settled in at at your grandma's place. Meanwhile, I'll go have dinner, then go for a walk or something, short walk, and go to sleep. There is still an hour, but I'll do something else. Talk to my sister, nephew. All right. See you tomorrow. I'll stream at the usual time. All right. See you tomorrow. I have to end the stream now. I have been calling for a while, so I have to go quickly.